Hello. Oh my god, I was pressing buttons. Hold on. Something happened. There we go. I'm back to normal. Yeah, it is a little quieter than normal. I did lower it. Blah, blah, blah. Lower it. How is everyone today? Okay, so we have an agenda. Well, we have a time-limited agenda. So I'm gonna try and get through this. I have an hour. So I'm gonna try and get through what I put together in an hour. There are a lot of slides, but hopefully I can do it. And then I'm gonna take a 30-minute break, and then we'll be back at 8:30 with Itown to play Sons of the Forest. How does that sound? Let's see what I can do. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to presentation mode. Let's see the goods. Hiya. Hiya. Okay. I'm gonna move myself too occasionally. Make myself smaller if I need to or something. What are you selling? Some wares. Japan! April 2024. So I went to Japan, as you guys know, and then I ended up getting really sick when I got back home. No, but for real, Japan was awesome. We did a lot. It was a jam-packed time there. So yeah, let's get into it. How am I gonna... Let me... Is there a way to minimize this? Oh yeah, okay. So I wanted to minimize this, but I still want to be able to see your chat. Okay. Let's get into it. So of course, the flight there. So we got really lucky on the flight there. We got actually upgraded to first class. So we had Polaris. We flew United with Polaris. We got the little bed pods. It was really nice and comfy. 10 out of 10 would recommend. On the flight back, we weren't so lucky. We were just in basic economy, which was a little a little rough once you've experienced or I should say business. It was nice. But here's so we this is also a little photo of the plane flying over the Rockies. Yeah. This was the food. The different foods we had. So top left here, I think was like the Asian vegetarian meal with the udon. So that's what I ended up getting. Little taste of luxury will not make regular flights the same anymore. I know. I've flown a lot though, so it's not going to be too bad for me. And then there was the Asian short rib, and then the breakfast meals below. So I'll move myself here. So on the left, that was just like the basic little English breakfast. And on the right here was the Japanese breakfast, which was actually salmon. So that's what I ended up getting. It was actually really good. The quality of the food is also a lot better. It was definitely delicious. So we landed. We ended up getting, so we landed in Osaka, and this is our little like Airbnb place that we got. So it was actually like really nice and cute. Apologize, the bed is not made because when I actually arrived, I didn't take any pictures. I literally just like laid down and fell asleep. I was so jet lagged the first day. But yeah, so it was like a nice little cute place, very clean, very lovely. They made it very welcoming. Highly recommend this place if you're sitting in Osaka. It is by Dotonbori as well, so like maybe like a 5-10 minute walk. Yeah, and we had a taste of the Japanese bath, which was, I love it. I wish that we had something similar here in the States. I've always wanted, like, I love these bathrooms where well, actually not really this one, but I really like the bathrooms where like the toilet and the shower and the bath kind of like all share a same floor. Maybe not necessarily the walls, but you can just like mop everything all at once. It just makes cleaning much more convenient. I think that's mostly in like European places where you'll see floors like that, but probably also, I wouldn't be surprised if there are some in Asian countries too. Don't give me those eyes, Kelly. I know, it was like I literally just like forgot to take pictures and I just like laid down and fell asleep. So so we didn't do anything really the first day. We just kind of like chilled because we figured we'd be super jet lagged. And then the second day that we were there, we had like a little morning tour. This one was okay. The tour was okay, but they brought us to this like little market, which was like really nice. We kind of beat the rush, which is why it's empty, which I hear it gets like super packed and you can't walk through it at all during the day. So I'm kind of glad that we got there in the morning. After the market, we made our way to Osaka Castle. Ooh. This was really pretty, honestly. So we were lucky because the cherry blossoms were actually blooming late this year. So we kind of got to see Osaka Castle and with all the really pretty cherry blossoms and everyone's celebrating Hanami. It was really nice. One thing I did learn about Osaka Castle are like the little animals. I forget what the tiger represents. I'm assuming probably strength or something like that. But I know the heron is longevity and good health, I think, right? And then there's like a little like fish dragon creature, and I was told that it faces the castle and it supposedly protects it against fires. So it's supposed to douse the fires and stop it from burning down, which sadly did not work very well because I believe that Osaka Castle was burnt down at some point in time, and this is the rebuilt version. You went inside? No, we didn't get to go inside. We chose not to go inside to Osaka Castle, just because we wanted to visit a couple other places during our tour. But if I ever go back, I would definitely like to go inside. I hear it's like a little museum, so I bet it's nice. So this is the entrance to Osaka Castle. The little bridge you take. So the castle is actually surrounded by a moat. with water. And then this giant slab of stone, I was told, is one solid, so like this giant slab here is one solid piece of rock. And it was actually quite impressive that it somehow got brought here and placed. And I think it's like the also the largest slab, and I think potentially the oldest. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on the oldest part. But I thought it was kind of cool, so I included it. Here's some pictures of our little trek, our little walk to get to Osaka Castle with the pretty cherry blossoms. It was really nice. I felt spoiled. I was able to see them. This is the moat surrounding the castle. It's a really pretty view. After that, we got to walk around, and I got some popular Instagram famous treats. So these are the this was like a chocolate strawberry, and I forget what these are called. The little bread things, or the Castella or something like that. I forget. And then of course the jiggly cheesecake. So I was actually expecting this to be a lot sweeter than it was. And it didn't taste very cheesecakey. It tasted more like egg. It was more eggy, but it was still really good. And it has like little raisins, which were yummy. But yeah, they were making them fresh, so we were able to snag a fresh one. Though it got a little decompressed on the walk back. Which was your favorite food in Japan? Probably ramen. Sadly, probably ramen. I did have some vegetable sushi while I was there. That was really good as well. Oh, I also had well, it's not really Japanese food, but it's Korean. We had fried chicken. We went to Nene Chicken. I'll show you guys later. But that was actually like really, it was really good. Freaking Nene Chicken though. It was so good. The texture is the highlight of those cheesecakes. You're right. The texture is really great. Anything from 7-Eleven, the food was really good. I had so many of those little sandwiches from 7-Eleven with the fruit and the whipped cream. The egg sandwiches were good too. So once we got done with the tour, we went to the aquarium. I think it's the Kaiyukan Aquarium in Osaka. Which is really, it was pretty nice. And then for dinner we had some ramen. So this is not the Itown ramen. It was just like a little shop, but it was pretty good. So here, yummy ramen. I love, my favorite part are the eggs. The half-cooked eggs. So the next day we went, it was the F1 race. So we went to the Suzuka circuit. So this is sorry, this is a screenshot I took because it wouldn't let me copy the panorama, but I wanted to share it so you could kind of see like a good view of the track. So this was actually a pretty cool day. It was also like pretty much an all-day event. So we got there at like 8 or 9 in the morning, shortly after the gates open, and I think we didn't leave until 4 or 5. So we were there for a pretty long time. So it's just some pictures. right outside of the circuit, so they had like all these like nice portraits of the drivers. We saw these two guys here with like some really cool hats. They made like little F1 hats, which are cute. So we took a picture. The race is pretty interesting. There was like a crash right at the start of the race, so kind of got to see them pulling the cars out here, and then here's just like a little picture of the race of the car zooming by with Verstappen in the lead, of course. So after, what is this, day 3, day 4 maybe, we went to Nara Park. We got to see the bowing deer. They're so cute. Fed them some crackers. I thought it was really funny that they waited for traffic to stop before crossing the road. That's why I included that picture, but I thought it was cute. It was funny. A nice little shrine in Nara Park. A little guardian dog. Nara and the deer with them trying to grab food from you. Yeah, I got headbutted a few times. Their horns were growing back in, so it was it's not very comfortable getting jabbed in the back of the thigh by a deer. Yeah, so a little Shinto shrine. And then there was also a Buddhist temple that we visited there. The horns were very fuzzy. So this Buddha here is like 50 feet tall. He was a tall boy. And then this little guy here looks a little... Welcome back. Thank you, Ghost. I'm glad to be back. And then this guy here kind of was a little creepy looking, but supposedly if you like rub him and then rub a part of your body that's achy, it's supposed to make it feel better. He's supposed to heal or take your pain away. So I thought that was kind of cool. Lunchtime. So I had a little tonkatsu curry, which is pretty good. And after lunch, we were just kind of walking around the little market area. We found a little hobby shop with a bunch of figures. It was kind of cool. Here's a picture of Dotonbori, I mean. Ganko, it says. Oh, here? I think so. I'm not gonna try to write that on. I don't remember. Ganko. So back here, and then we had some sushi. So I'm not a big raw fish person, so I had the pickled radish and the tamago. The egg. Bum, 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 bum. How long was your trip? 10 days. That's including travel time. So we went to Nara, and then the next day we went to Kyoto. So the first thing we did was we went to Mount Inari. So the really beautiful red gates. "10 days in Japan sounds so fun. I'm so happy for you." Thank you. It was a lot of fun. Very, very beautiful country. I would love to go back. So here's some more pictures of the climbing Mount Inari. Just hundreds, thousands. I don't know. Are there thousands? I don't know how many there are, but definitely hundreds of these torii gates, just stacked one after another, and it just creates this like beautiful passage that you walk through as you climb the mountain. Very beautiful. Yes, I walked to the summit. Took us about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was a nice climb. It honestly wasn't too bad. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah. So this is the halfway point. This wasn't even the summit when we took these pictures. It's the halfway point. So this was actually, so this is the big red gate I showed you guys right at the entrance. This is zoomed in. So this is actually, it zoomed out. So I don't know why the orange thing is there, but the gate is actually right here zoomed out. So we're quite far, quite far away from the gate. So after Mount Inari, and this was my mistake. I don't recommend you guys do these two things in the same day. So after Mount Inari, we went to what is it called? Iwatayama. Yeah, we went to Iwatayama in Arashiyama to see the monkeys. We went to the monkey park. So this was another pretty steep climb to get to the top of the mountain to see these monkeys. I was so mad at these monkeys that day. My feet hurt so bad. I think we walked like 30,000 steps that day. It was pretty crazy, but I do recommend seeing the monkeys. Just don't do it on the same day that you do Mount Inari, because it was a lot. Unless you're like a very seasoned hiker, which I'm not. But they were very cute, and you could feed them peanuts. You're just not supposed to look them in the eyes, as the many warning signs tell you not to do. Togetsukyo Bridge. I felt like the water was pretty high and pretty fast that day, so I took a picture of it. I thought it looked kind of cool. And then we finished off the evening going to Kinkekuji, or the Golden Pavilion, so the Zen temple in Kyoto. I thought this place was so beautiful. I really liked taking pictures here. Yeah, it was really, really beautiful. Very zen, for sure. And then we finally had Ichiran for dinner. So the famous Ichiran ramen, it was pretty good. Pretty good. I got 2 times spicy. I didn't want to try any higher. I think I probably could have handled 3 times. Ah, yes, in those booths, yeah. The line here was really long. I just had one in UNO. I want some again. It's so delicious. I want to try it so bad. It's really good. Highly recommend. And that was our last night in in Osaka, and then we took a bullet train and we went to Tokyo. So the first thing I saw in Tokyo was this little Pikachu, Tokyo Station Pikachu. I had to take a picture. I did end up getting one of them because they're too cute. And then our little Airbnb in Tokyo. I think we stayed in Shinjuku. There were even the instant ones being sold there. I saw recently that they had instant ones. I didn't know they had that, but oh yeah, more pictures of the Airbnb. It had a nice little balcony, which was pretty cute. Although we were on the 11th floor, so I do not recommend looking down from the 11th floor. That was a big nope for me. Never again. That's too high to look down. So then we ended up going to, so once we got to Shinjuku, Tokyo, we actually had signed up for a little drinking tour in Shibuya. So here's the little pictures. We went to Shibuya a little early so we could walk around. So the little welcome to Shibuya sign. And this is the Shibuya crossing at night. You hate heights, huh? I don't know if I would say hate, but looking down makes me uncomfortable at a certain height. Shibuya! Yes, this is crazy, the amount of people. But while we were exploring, I saw some little Hololive stuff. I ended up getting a little Hololive gacha. Please excuse my little crusty fingers. They were a little dry. But yes, I got a Toa and Watame. But you have wings. Do you think these tiny ass little wings can carry my big body? I don't think so, buddy. They're non-functional, decorational, cute wings. In my demon form, though, I can fly. Cute fingertips. My fingers were so dry. Look at this little crustiness here. It looks like usual Shibuya. Yes. So the next day we had a little Tokyo tour. I really loved this tour. Our tour guide Eriko, she was so wonderful. You know, took her time to explain a lot of things and give a little bit of the history on certain areas. So really great experience here. So she brought us, I forget what this place is called, so I apologize, but we went here. She brought us to the Buddhist temple, and then there's a bunch of these like little shops, which is just jam-packed with people. I forget. I apologize. I do not remember. I did learn though. If those are dry, I have mummified fingers. No. Aww. I did learn. So this little thingy here, supposedly Buddha's ashes. If you see this, it means that Buddha's ashes are stored there. I thought that was kind of cool. the little lantern at the temple gate, and then the little dragon design underneath, which was kind of cool. I don't know, I don't remember the details of the dragon design, but I thought it looked really neat, so I put it here. Bum, bum. And then she brought us to a shrine, which I think was dedicated to the emperor. If I'm wrong, please excuse me. Please correct me. But apparently, so these are a bunch of sake barrels and a bunch of wine barrels. So I do remember her telling us that he was quite fond of sake, but then the emperor found out he was diabetic. So he started drinking wine, which is why there are a bunch of wine barrels as well. I thought that was a funny fact. You don't know where this part is. I wish I remembered. I apologize. Further into the temple, and then there's the so these are 2 sacred trees that were gifted to the emperor, I believe. Did you make the fortune thingies? I did, but I forgot to include pictures of my fortune. I got a really good one. So apparently these are medicinal trees as well. I forget what medicine they make. Or variety of medicines, but I do remember her telling us that they were medicinal trees as well. So you don't really want to share fortunes? Oh. Well then, it'll be a secret. But it was a good one. I didn't have to tie it. Oh yes. We went to Tokyo Tower after that. I was hoping that, you know, I would hear a voice far off into the distance calling me to be isekai'd into a wonderful magical realm where I would become a magical girl, but it didn't happen. I want to be a magic knight. Magic Knight Rayearth is like is probably one of my favorite animes or in a game, yeah. Growing up, I absolutely loved Magic Knight Rayearth. I wanted to be Hikaru so bad. I wanted to be a magical girl with magical powers and get inside a giant robot and beat things up and have 2 really hot guys as my lovers. Oh man. Clamp, I tell you. They know how to make some good stuff. Oh yeah. So after Tokyo Tower we decided to go to Akihabara. Shop around. So you guys recommended Kotobukiya. And literally the first thing I see is their giant sign outside with Picora and Marine welcoming me inside the building. So just like a lot of little HoloLive stuff. So I was very happy that I did find Holo merch here, and I picked up some things for Midas and Itown and myself. That's so cute. I know. I love all they still had a bunch of capture the moment stuff up, so I really liked seeing all the posters for it. I ended up just getting some stickers. I wanted to get some figures, but the only one I could find at the store was Wawa, and I already have her. And then all of the like hobby shops, they were selling the figures for like an obscene amount of money, so I didn't get any there because I could just get them cheaper here. And then we went to the Pokemon Center, the mega one in Sunshine City. And I even went to the little Pokemon cafe, had a little drink there. I would like to spend more time in Akihabara. We found like one like building that was really cool, and then we kind of just stayed. We ended up getting like trapped inside the building because it just had so many floors. We kept going up, and then every time we'd go up, there would just be like hundreds, thousands more figures. What kind of drink? I got like a little mango ice cream one. So I don't drink much alcohol, to be honest with you guys. Like very, very rarely do I have anything. So usually my drinks are just water. Water or Diet Coke. Plum wine. True, I didn't really like the plum wine there. They had one called La France, a drink called La France, which was like pear wine, I think. It was so good. It's my birthday, so have a shot with me, or take a shot with me. Yes. Okay. Happy birthday. I will take a shot in your honor, Ghost. So we got to the Pokemon Center pretty late. That was pretty much the last thing we did. And then the following day we had our Mount Fuji tour. Woo! So we met pretty early. We went to Shibuya at the little love statue. And then we went by bus. So we went to this like little village. It was yesterday, but thank you. Happy belated, Ghost. Happy belated. So we stopped at this little like market village, which also had natural spring water you could drink from. So over here on the left where like all the people are, here, there was like a little, place where you could get some spring water for yourself and drink it. And then after that we went to Hakone Volcanic as usual. So this was this little market village, and then this is Hakone. So yes, volcanic and smelled very strongly of sulfur, and you can see all of the hot springs. Big hot spring village. Also famous for their what they call kuro tamago, so the black egg. So I think what happens is they steam it, right, with using the hot springs, and I think the sulfur turns the egg black, from what I remember. So after Hakone, we ended up taking a ferry, and then we finally were able to see Mount Fuji. So it had been pretty cloudy all day, but she decided to show herself on the last part of the trip. So we got some nice pictures of Mount Fuji, as you can see. Very beautiful, especially from the boat. Bum, 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 bum. And then we stopped at a little shrine by Mount Fuji. Everyone's tied their bad fortunes here. Just some nice little pictures. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yes, and then we went back. Here's the Nene chicken, Kelly. So after that we went back, we had some fried chicken. I love this pickled radish. This is so good. This was my favorite, this one. So this was, it was like spicy snow cheese is what it was called. I probably wouldn't get the spicy version again because it was pretty hot. And they just gave us so much chicken. It was like impossible to eat even between two people. It was crazy. But it was very, very good. Decently priced, a lot of food, and delicious food. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Nene chicken. If you go. If you guys go, 10 out of 10 Nene chicken. The one in Shinjuku? Yes, yes, in Shinjuku. Hold on, me. I don't know which one. I forget which one. It should be like its own like middle unit. And then there's like a cafe above it, I think. That's the one I went to. And then the next morning, we went to a little cat cafe. These little chunks were so cute. Very cute. Fun experience. I didn't get to go to a maid cafe this time around, but next time. Next time I will go. When we were walking around for a drinking tour, there was this like bar, and it was like Christianity themed, but it was like a gothic Christianity themed. And then there was just, I just remember like looking inside, and then there was, against the back wall, there was just this like Pope guy, some dude dressed as the Pope, like just DJing. And it was, it was like the funniest thing to me. And I was like, oh my God, I have to go there. But I didn't get to go there. So I'm a little bummed I didn't go to that one. But if you do see that in Shibuya, Kelly, go there for me. But if I ever go back to Japan again, I'm hunting down that bar. I forget what it was called, but I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna go there. So after the cat cafe, we made our way to the Studio Ghibli Museum. Unfortunately, I only have an outside picture of the Ghibli Museum because, as Kelly pointed out earlier, they don't, a lot of places don't allow you to take photos on the inside, and unfortunately the Ghibli Museum was one of them. But I did pick myself up a little present, so I got my favorite Ghibli movie is Princess Mononoke, so I picked myself up the storyboard book. So it's just the entire book is just this storyboard for each scene of the movie. So it was a very nice gift I picked myself up. All the times I've been to Japan, I've yet to go to the Ghibli Museum. I must go there. Do it! We almost didn't get tickets. They were selling out so fast. It was crazy. It was really such a great experience. I got super emotional when I was there. I was getting very like teary-eyed because it was just so pretty, and they did such a great job displaying everything and putting everything together. It's a really great museum if you're really into Ghibli. The movie was good there, yeah. Yeah, they show I don't know if it's the same every time. I'm assuming they probably cycle it, but they had like a little animated movie they showed that you get access to for free. It's just very short. There's no dialogue, but it was very cute. It was about two little spiders. Yes, a very lovely little animation. I have to go for now. Thanks for sharing your trip with us. Thank you, Ghost. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Oh yes, here's my one picture I got other than the museum. A little cart, a little Totoro cart. I'll be back if you're still live in 30-40 minutes. I will be. So I'm gonna take a little break in about 10 minutes, and then I'll be back in 30 minutes. And Itown and I will play some Sons of the Forest. And then we rushed at some point, you know, as we were exploring, we rushed to go see the Godzilla head. So here's a picture of the Godzilla head. Bum, bum, bum. And now this is technically my last slide. Because after this, I think we went home. The next day, I think we went back home. My feet were so wrecked. At the end of this trip, I could barely walk. It was so painful, but it was so worth it. Honestly, it was really worth it. Pretty good highlights. You got what you could, yeah. I feel like we did a lot. I feel like we were always just doing something, running from one place to another. A lot of it was like subway, you know, obviously subway travel from one place to another, but yeah, I don't think I did less than 20,000 steps a day when I was there. But Japan really makes it so easy to walk and not think about how much you're walking. It was really great. Bum, 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 bum. Nice presentation. The trip looked fun. Thank you, thank you. It was so much fun. Do you guys have any questions? I'm glad to be back though. I missed all of you guys. I have money. I got a few minutes. We'll hang out for 5 more minutes, and then I will take a little break, and then I will be back at 8:30. If I can get it through chat, otherwise in the cultist server, yes. Weekly sacrificial quota for the cults. I am really glad to be back though. I was really excited to stream for you guys. Have you had takoyaki? I did. It actually wasn't that bad. It wasn't my favorite. I thought I would like it a lot less than I did. I'm not a big octopus fan. but the takoyaki was actually pretty good. The pieces were small enough, and there was a lot of batter, so it kind of helped too. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. The fruit in Japan is so good. I am so jealous. It's really expensive though, but man, is it good. It's so sweet. Have you entered a red light district? No. No, but when we were in Akihabara, we did go to a hobby store that had an 18+ section, so we were kind of like we were wandering around the hentai section for a bit. I almost got an art book. I was contemplating getting an art book, but I chickened out. You should try Portuguese or what is that? Galician? No, I'm a stupid American. I can't pronounce that. Galatian? Galician, okay. Galician, there we go. I'll try it. Which prefecture would you want to visit or visit again? Kyoto. For sure, Kyoto. Japan has a ton of those 18+ flags around. Interestingly, you can find Berserk and Elfen Lied stuff in there too. Really? I just saw boobs everywhere. I was looking for Berserk stuff. I did find a Zod figure I wanted, but I didn't. There was no way I could bring him back. It was just too big. Kyoto's goated though. Yeah. I really am upset I didn't get to go to Gion. I really, really wanted to go there, but we just didn't have time. But I would love to see the geishas. If I would go again, I'd probably visit different areas of Japan. I don't know if I would do Tokyo again. Maybe Tokyo, like a one-day thing in Tokyo, and just fly out of Tokyo the following day. But I would want to go like either southern Japan or northern Japan, I think, if I would go again. Berserk is 18+ usually because the violence and the anti-religious themes. The sex is only a little bit of the reason. There's not too much. There's not too much sex, like at the beginning. I could see that though. It is quite a mature manga and story. All right, I think I am going to call it for now. Go rest a little bit, get some food, and I will be back at 8:30 for Sons of the Forest. Chance we might bump each other in Japan. That would be fun. I think it'd be really cool to go with like a group of friends. Do like a meetup. I think that would be cool. I think that would be fun. cult leader as the tour guide? I don't think so. Though I was starting to get really good at my Ohayo gozaimasu, arigato gozaimasu. That was like every time I would get something. Arigato gozaimasu. Point at something. Onegai shimasu. You know quite a bit of Japan already, but it's your spotlight. Yeah, but I kind of like I really enjoy the history lessons and like a bit of like the story behind things. I find it very interesting. I really liked so I really liked like the Mount Fuji tour and the Tokyo tour for that reason. I kind of wish the Osaka tour had been a little bit more informative, but it wasn't bad. The guy was really nice. All right, guys. I'm going for real, for real. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out and letting me share my pictures and this presentation with you all. I will be back in 30 minutes. I will see you guys in a bit. Bye-bye.